Alright, so don't know. You probably already know this. Everyone's making videos on it, but to make my point of view as well, why not? See what it says. But yeah, Destiny 2: The Final Shape pre-orders appear to be less than a quarter of Lightfall's total figures. That's kind of depressing. I'll be honest. Yeah, so let's get into it. The game post analysis shows Destiny 2: The Final Shape has the lowest number of pre-orders when compared to the pre-orders for the last three expansions. In the ever-evolving world of Destiny 2, pre-order figures have always been a critical indicator of player anticipation and overall interest in annual expansion. As a avid Destiny 2 enthusiast, Devel- delving okay, into the realm of pre-order data has unveiled intriguing insights into the upcoming expansion, The Final Shape. Final Shape will be the last expansion in Destiny's 10-year-long Light vs. Darkness saga. The expansion was initially planned to be released later this month on February 27th, 2024. However, due to Destiny 2 underperformance, lower than expected pre-order numbers for the Final Shape, the revenue projections running below 45% for the year. Bungie decided to delay the release until June 4th, 2024, and laid off 8% of its workforce to October 2023, as reported by Bloomberg and IGN. Both the Witch Queen and Lightfall expansions were successful in terms of sales. The Witch Queen not only succeeded in sales, but also received praise for its story, activities, and the raid. I love that raid personally. For the new age of Destiny, that is one of my favorite raids, which is Val's Disciple. It's a really good raid. I like the loot as well, so yeah, I agree that raid was pretty dope. However, the same cannot be said for Lightfall. Yeah, it was a joke. While Lightfall achieved sales success, it did not deliver the penultimate storytelling experience that most fans hoped for, which resulted in poor reception from critics and fans. On the other hand, the Witch Queen not only succeeded in sales, but also received praise for its story and activities in the raid. Wait, what? They literally just copied that. Okay, whatever. Data sources, caveats, and methodology. English hard, swear. The data used in this analysis is provided to the game post by Charlemagne, the Warmind of Discord, a third-party app that obtains it directly from Bungie's API for Destiny. How this works is the Charlemagne scans all unique Destiny profiles, which amounts to around 66 million, to track every account that has acquired the pre-order bonus emblems for the expansions. These emblems can only be acquired if a player pre-orders an expansion. That said, it's important to note that the data provided here may not be the exact representation of the official numbers, as there are some limitations. For instance, Charlemagne cannot access the data of players who have set their profiles to private mode, which makes up approximately less than 1%, 0.15% of the total player base. That is basically nothing. So the numbers are basically accurate, in other words. Additionally, the data does not reflect the pre-order emblems that are not acquired from the in-game vendors. Natural and special deliveries kiosks. As a result, there may be a difference between the numbers presented here and the official figures for the expansions. Basically, if there's anyone that holds it in their kiosk or anything, then it won't show as they've actually own it, which is weird, but yeah, they have to actually claim it to unlock it officially. I believe is what that's saying. So yeah, let's continue this. We are comparing the pre-orders for 4 Destiny 2 expansions: Beyond Light, The Witch Queen, Lightfall, and The Final Shape. Let's take a look at the exclusive emblems available to players who pre-ordered any edition of these expansions. The pre-order exclusive emblem for Beyond Light is called Beyond Light. Wow, creative, I know. For the Witch Queen, it is Ludicy. The exclusive emblem for Lightfall is Neomuna Knights, and for the Final Shape, it is a Paracausal Path. It's worth mentioning that the pre-order emblem for Shadowkeep Benighted Omen was only available for Shadowkeep Deluxe Edition, therefore the data available for it is not as precise as that for the other expansions, since the emblem wasn't included as a standard pre-order bonus with the standard edition. Comparing the numbers, how low are the Final Shape pre-orders? Based on the game post analysis and data provided by Charlemagne on February 23, 2024, it seems that Beyond Light received the highest number of pre-orders among the 4 expansions. Lightfall falls in second place, and the Witch Queen is third place, and the Final Shape having the lowest pre-orders. Alright, so before we continue, I need to talk about this. In my opinion, something seems sus here. So according to Bungie, the Witch Queen beat Beyond Light. According to Bungie, that's what happened. And then according to Bungie, Lightfall beat Witch Queen. Which, that's true. Lightfall did beat Witch Queen, so there's fact. But Beyond Light, according to this, is the highest one. But according to Bungie, Witch Queen beat Beyond Light because they made a post that said it, and then I think it was later they had an interview, or maybe they put it on their Twitter, I don't remember. But somewhere it was said they beat the record they even expected to beat, as well as like they didn't expect to get that many, and they beat the record they had, and then it also beat the previous records of all the DLCs. It was the highest out of all of them was supposed to be Witch Queen. And then Lightfall completely blew out Witch Queen, supposedly. Well, not blew out, but it was a huge amount difference. So yeah, it was supposed to be a good percentage difference. So I don't know how Beyond Light beat it by according to the numbers. To me, that's telling me Bungie's been inflating their numbers like usual, hence why they sold their company so big as so much money, and why a company like Sony would have fallen for it. I feel like Bungie's been inflating their numbers for a very long time, and I feel like this proves it. There's other things that have also proved it over the years of different stats and stuff that have always changed and not completely true. But overall, I feel like this shows their sales are not as high as they claim it to be. They say that so they can get more people to pay for them. Hence, Sony paying way too goddamn much money for a game that's not worth that even slightly. They weren't worth anywhere near the money that Sony paid, and yet they did. So obviously, Bungie's been inflating some numbers somewhere. But yeah, anyways, to continue. To put this into perspective, Destiny 2's previous expansion, Lightfall, released in February 2023, has around 2.249 million estimated lifetime pre-orders. The Witch Queen, released in 2022, has 2.244 million lifetime pre-orders. And Beyond Light, released in 2020, has 3.189 million lifetime pre-orders, which is kind of crazy. That's pre-orders, by the way, so that's not after. Once it comes out, these pre-orders no longer count. So this is purely before the release date. I'm pretty sure it goes up right to the nanosecond, basically. So yeah. Here are the estimated pre-order numbers for all 4 expansions based on our analysis. Beyond Light, 3,189,075. Witch Queen, 224, or 2,244,640. Lightfall, 2,249,679. And Final Shape is 407,000. That is horrible. Horrible. Like, that is just wicked. That is just wicked in my eyes. Like, Witch Queen is barely under Lightfall. Like, there's barely a difference there. Beyond Light was insane. That was because of Stasis. Everyone was excited for Stasis. First Darkness subclass, so that made sense. So yeah, that was logical. Final Shape, though. This is why we knew they missed their deadline or their marker for pre-orders for Final Shape. We knew this, and this kind of shows what number that is. And now it makes sense why they expanded the season and made it later on, because this has nothing to do with them designing, making it better. I don't believe that for a second. I believe what they're doing is purely trying to get more people to buy it, because they're like, holy shit, we don't have enough money, and if we don't make the deadline money for Sony gonna be pissed. So basically they delayed it purely to see if they can get more people to do it. And the truth is, it's not gonna be much more. Even with that new, in April I think it is, that new Vidoc or whatever we get for the Final Shape, I still don't think it's going to bring people in unless they completely blow our minds with a darkness ability, new fragments, new aspects for all the other classes, for new enemy type, because that was the biggest thing that pissed people off. There was no new enemy type, so yeah. Anyways, continuing reading, sorry. Surprisingly, the numbers of all 4 emblems are still rising to this day, and highlights that the data driven from pre-order emblems does not precisely mirror the actual pre-order numbers, but there exists a solid correlation between the two. Yeah, I agree. Even if it's not 100% to the exact dollar or the exact number, it is still a big fucking difference between them. It is a massive difference. Our analytics also show that the Final Shape expansion managed to secure roughly 15,000 pre-orders. 15,000 emblems were applied to the profiles in the 15-day period starting from February 5th and ending on February 20th. That's even worse to see, is 15,000 more pre-orders during that time, but the fact that means they were even lower before this last month, that is even more scary. How low that was. Like, that's crazy. Bungie made an official announcement on February 1st, 2022, stating that the Witch Queen, a highly anticipated expansion for Destiny 2, had already surpassed 1 million pre-orders and is on track to be the most pre-order expansion in Destiny 2 history, which I'm pretty sure somewhere they said officially it passed it. And then obviously it didn't, because Beyond Light was way beyond that. So obviously something was mixed up somewhere, or I don't know. Maybe I swear I read something about that, them saying that officially. So, but whatever. Anyways, back to the point. Although the Destiny developer did not disclose the official pre-order figures for the Lightfall expansion, it can be assumed that it also surpassed the 1 million pre-orders before or by February 1st, 2023. Considering it had more pre-orders than the Witch Queen. However, for the final shape, the pre-orders haven't even come close to the above figures. The significant drop in pre-orders can be attributed to several causes. One of the reasons for this could be that fans are being cautious and waiting for more information about the final shape before making a decision, especially after Lightfall failed to hit the mark for many fans. The game post has reached out to Bungie for a comment on this piece. Alright, I can actually explain exactly what's going on, and I think I'm pretty damn spot on about this. So, Beyond Light, we had a crazy trailer. Crazy trailer. We ended up getting crazy shit. Story was good, everything was good. Witch Queen, crazy trailer. Absolute insane. There was gameplay, there was other things. Then we got Lightfall. There was less than 0.00. I'm basically making up a number here, but my point is there was no percentage of live gameplay practically. There was nothing. It was all fake. They made cutscene stuff and it was shit. It was so dog shit. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? We don't know anything about what's going on for for Lightfall. I'm like, what the fuck is this? There's no information. There's nothing. No gameplay. No crazy shit. Nothing. And they showed a very little amount. And then Final Shape, they showed a very little amount. All they showed was the new supers and the new fragments or aspects. Sorry, and that was it. And that was it. Like that was basically all of it. And that was kind of dumb on their part. That was really dumb. Because that's what happened with Lightfall, and that's why Lightfall was shit. Everyone was hyped for it because, they did so good with Witch Queen. But now everyone's brains have recognized Witch Queen looked like this and had this type of trailer. And then Lightfall had this type of trailer and was this shit. So I think indirectly people's brains have figured out, okay, there's some bullshit going on here. We got a shitty Final Shape trailer. We're getting shit. They're going to scam us. Hence, also the list of everything they said that we're getting is dog shit because all they did was bring out light abilities, which I agree, we're in the Traveler, but we should be getting a dark ability too. We are literally killing the Witness. We should be getting its power, because now we're part of the Hive system and how we made bonds and stuff. Like, we should logically get the Witness's power, whether it's because of Hive or just because we kill him. We should be getting power, darkness power. So, straight up bad idea. Second off, Bungie not adding another race was the dumbest shit ever. The fact all those pyramid shapes are empty, but in the lore there's supposedly more races, but then in actuality there's not more races because they changed everything and made it all shit, was just a bad idea. And people are like, oh, well, it makes sense though. Yeah, I agree. He will be the only one. The Witness will be the only one because all of his people or her people, whatever, they're all in one, right? All the people that the Witness's race is, they're all in one being. Fine. But just like the Tormentors are the higher end guard, you should be having, if the Tormentors are like the foot soldiers, right? And we saw Rolik, which is one of them. Technically, fucking, what's his name? Nezrak is also similar, but, he's shit, so, yeah. But yeah, so it's like, Bungie, you don't need to make 100 different things. You make a single type of foot soldier that's like Thrall, just a ton of them, and you make some of the bigger guys. You make more of the bigger guys, smaller versions of them. Like, it's not rocket science. It's really not. All that time, they said they were working on it. According to them, before even Lightfall was announced, they were already working on Final Shape. Already prepping for it, because Lightfall wasn't originally planned. Then it came out of nowhere, and we saw how shit it was, and we saw it was thrown together. So if they've been working on Final Shape since then, before Lightfall was announced, which is what they told us, then they came out with Lightfall, and we know it was shit because they threw it together. It literally looks like they just threw shit together and hoped for the best. Which means they still should have been working on Final Shape in theory. At least they should have been. It'd been the smartest thing to do. We should have had a new race, new abilities, new supers, new fragments, new aspects, new grenades, new melees, new everything for the light subclasses. All of them. And we should have had for a new darkness subclass. Because this is supposed to be Forsaken level. Forsaken level literally had 9 supers per class. Or wait, no, it was like one per subclass, and then a total it was 9. But yeah, either way, it's like, Bungie, you can do this. You've proven us you can do it. But yeah, they're not going to by the looks of it, so it's kind of disappointing. And personally, I don't recommend anyone buys Final Shape. Final Shape will be the last for me and a lot of people mean it, and a lot of people aren't joking because they've already stopped playing. I still stick around a bit just because I want to wait till the end. Once Final Shape ends, I'm pretty much gone. I might do that year, I might not, depending on how shit Final Shape is. We'll see. But yeah, so Bungie got to fucking figure it out, dude. We'll see. In April, we'll tell us the final sketch. But yeah, anyways, I think Bungie fucked up. Everyone thinks they fucked up. So yeah. And then there was the layoffs that really pissed people off because people were like, what the fuck? We were told y'all were good. Now it says you're not good. You were bought for this much money, and now you lost all your money because you have horrible money management. So Bungie shit, but in other words, laid off a whole bunch of people. That pissed a lot of people off. I knew a lot of people that actually did cancel their pre-orders physically. They got rid of them because they said they're not going to support that, and I get it. Layoffs suck, and they are sometimes needed, but the way they did it is the problem. They completely blindsided people. Didn't even have conversations. They tried to sneak everyone out like they're doing a fucking hide and seek thing. It was so dumb. It was really bad. It was really dumb. So yeah, as a whole, it's shit. I'm not gonna read the rest of this because it just goes over what I'm just saying. Anyways, oh yeah, the other thing is the uncertainty of what comes next after Final Shape. The fact they want everyone to focus on Final Shape, yeah, it's stupid. It really is. But people like, well, I'm gonna call it directly, Grenadier Jake is full of shit. Bungie physically cannot afford not to make big DLCs anymore. They cannot afford, especially if this failure of Final Shape, they are screwed if they don't keep making more of them. Because they're the only things making them money. Because look at this season, look at last season, look at the season before. Numbers have dropped massively every single week since 3 seasons back. And they've been losing tons of profit. So the only money they're getting are from the pre-orders of everyone getting everything. So yeah. So I'm sorry, but Grenadier Jake, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. If Bungie does it, they will completely fail this game. And they won't make any money because they fucked their game over and then they can't make their other games, so they're not going to be able to make any money. So it's completely dumb to do. Money-wise, it's the dumbest thing you could do. Business-wise, stupid as fuck. So there'll be more annual expansions. They'll have these big DLCs every year. They still will have them. They'll still delay them probably every fucking time because they're a bunch of fucks that can't get it right. But yeah, so it's full of shit when people say that. I'm sorry, but Bungie they would literally kill their game if they announced that. If that comes out, that will literally collapse their game overnight because nobody gives a shit past that point. 90% of their player base comes only for the DLC, the big DLC. They buy it, they play it, and they leave. Literally, it feels literally like 90% because we have millions of players and then we have a few 100,000 players at most. And that's throughout all consoles. So yeah, Bungie, no, stop it. Stop people spreading bullshit. I'm sorry, but no. I know it's going to be a failure personally. I know our Final Shape is not going to be good. I just believe that. I believe it will be a failure, so I think that'll basically kill the game to begin with. We'll see for sure, but yeah. But I just wanted to make a post on this to show off that Bungie can't even sell their newest DLC because they fucked up the last one so hard people don't trust them at all. Plus everything else they've done, so, you know. Yeah, good job, Bungie. You done fucked up. But I'm done with my rant. I'm going to end it here. If you enjoyed, leave a comment what you think about Bungie's fuck up. You think they can actually save this game again? They did it with Forsaken. I don't think they're going to do it again, though. I really don't. They've made it apparent they don't care. But let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Subscribe, leave a like, let me know. We out of here. Adios. We out.